A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States is found in the Bill of Rights. So this is my first video on a well-regulated militia and the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So let's start right off here. A well-regulated militia. What is a well-regulated militia? Let's start with the word militia. What's a militia? We can see from our founders' writings that a militia is an armed citizenship. It's that simple, an armed citizenship. Well, that brings us into two more questions. What is armed? And what is a citizenship? We're going to have to take care of citizenship probably in another recording after this one. But to see who is a citizen in this country, United States, and how can we prove who are citizens in this country? All right, but let's go on to a well-regulated militia. Well-regulated. Now, what do you suppose well-regulated means? Some people look at the word regulated and they think it means restricted. You know, and regulated to some people means restricting it to the point where it's not going to be harmful. But I'm going to give you my definition of regulated. And I'm going to use a little drawing. Anybody know what this is? This is my drawing of a voltage regulator regulating the voltage onto an electrical circuit. All right? What's the purpose of the circuit? Is to make sure there's a good source of power to be used at the load. All right? For you militia folk, you can look at the load as, you might want to call it reload, you know? So we need to keep this load powered up with good power, and it's got to flow. And as we use the power up, there's got to be more coming. It's called reloading. All right? So let's go backwards in my drawing. Where is the people going to get the power to reload from? Well, let's go backwards here. And we're going to find here is our inductive capacitance filter. All right? The capacitance closest to the load is your ammo boxes. All right? Found in your, wherever you keep your ammo. Now, there's a little bit of resistance because it takes you some time to load up. Right? And this one over here is your local store. All right? And to get power from your local store, you got to go to the store. And to get there, you're going to run into some inductance, which means a change of speed. You know, you're going to have to go from 0 speed to some speed, and there's going to be some reluctance for you to get through there. But you got to go to your store, get the ammo, come back, and put it where you store your ammo so you can reload. All right? Back yonder over here, this rectifier here, it means that the ammo is going to come in one direction only. We don't need to take it out of the stores and put it back wherever it came from. No, because we're going to be using it up over here where we reload. So, we're also got a transformer in the circuit, which means the generator is the people who manufacture, but they got to manufacture more than one kind of ammo. So this is what the transformer represents. Multiple kinds of ammo or firearms, you see. And the generator is the source that builds and makes the ammo and the firearms. The resistor represents that. There is some limitations to how much ammo and how many firearms a manufacturer could make, you know, based on how many people's making it and they got vacation or whatever. So there is some resistance in there. Now, how is the generator going to know how much ammo to make? You know, we have to be able to monitor how much is in the storehouse. So that's what this line is. You're going to have some circuit monitoring what's available out here. And it's going to come back to what this stuff is. Now here was our generator. In order for the generator to make our ammo, it needs to have a regulator. That's what this whole circuit is. The field of the generator is going to supply the field to the generator that is spinning by some external force, whether it be hydro or diesel or nuclear or whatever, even solar or wind, whatever. So the regulator is going to have a set point. How much ammo do we need out in the storehouse? And it's going to be watching that through this line down here, coming in here. But we're going to set how much we want up here. So if we get too low on the ammo, we go through an inverting amplifier, turn on our transistor, and more magnetic field, we're going to flow more. If there's not enough, or if there's too much out there, too much, it's going to invert little, shut this thing down a little bit. We got too much out there. We can't use it up. We don't want our ammo getting dried out. And, well, we want to keep it dry. We don't want it getting mildew in it and being in storage too long, right? We want this thing to flow. So a well-regulated militia is one that is well-regulated, means that you have the firearms, you have the ammunition, and as you're using it up, it is being supplied to you. So the whole thing keeps working. Well-regulated doesn't mean put restrictions on it so it doesn't work anymore. Although there are some restrictions to keep it from flowing too much and burning up or not being used and just being wasted. So the ideal thing is, as you use it up, the manufacturer's making new, so it's getting refilled, fresh ammo. So that's what well-regulated is. Unwell-regulated is when you don't get enough ammo, when the system is broke somewhere. All right, in the supply chain. You know, after the generator, the rest of this is a supply chain to get to the load. Or I should say reload. And so any breakdown in that system is an infringement of the right to bear arms. So remember a few years ago, I think it was only 3 or 4 years ago, we would go out to buy ammo, and it was scarce. Even .22 ammo, right? .22 long rifle. You just couldn't find it. And the word was that somebody else, it was reported as being a part of the government, was buying up all the ammo as it was being generated. Right? Therefore, breaking our supply chain. That's an infringement of our rights to bear arms. That whole system is supposed to work, all right, and go forward. Good point? Let me know.